I have my basic lighting setup in here. It's rather simple setup. It's like 3 light setup, and I have one on the background which will create this beautiful gradient on the background, and then I have 2 side lights which I use to create those beautiful white lines on the bottle. I have my camera already here tethered to my computer just to see the big picture on the larger screen, and for tethering I'm using Capture One software, which is really helpful to use in the studio when you are shooting images daily basis like these. Let's get this image shot and then move on to the computer and start editing. First, I need to set up this here. So I will just create my side lights quickly. Let's put this onto the top. Right, this goes here. We also need another one. And why am I using those white plexiglass pieces? It is because these are even materials and they are creating beautiful, sharp reflections onto the bottle. In a second, I will show you what I mean. It's a really simple trick that I use every day. All right, now I have this basic setup here. Let's set the lights somewhere around, all right, like that. And then backlight, background, we need to set it up so that it is directly behind the bottle. And why it is so? It is because I want to create this beautiful gradient inside the bottle. And for that, that's why I'm using this diffusion material here on the background. And when I point my flash towards the product, towards the camera, then the flash is creating this beautiful gradient onto the diffusion material that is on the background here. And therefore, it will be visible beautifully inside the bottle as well. And we take the first image, and I already see that it looks very good. Good starting point. Not perfect, but good enough. All right, for that we need to move our product just a little bit. Let's move it closer to the background, because as you can see on this very first image here, you see those lines here on the side of the bottle. These lines will be visible when the product is too far away from the background. So in order to eliminate those lines in here, those lines can be taken away or eliminated when I move bottle closer to the background. I just moved it closer, so let's just try to take another one. But first I think I will go closer with the camera as well, just to cut off this side diffusion material. And let's take another shot. And now check out the sides. Beautiful, isn't it? It has nice clean edges on the bottle. And now just one thing that is missing here is that beautiful glow inside the bottle. For that, I just need to turn up my flash on the background. I will just add some power in here. Let's turn it up, I think 1.5. And let's take the shot. What happens now? Getting better. This is looking already very good. I see some exposure warning here on the screen because the light is so close to the background material, and in order to get the beautiful glow inside the bottle, it will be overexposed on the white material. But it doesn't matter, because we don't use that white background. We will cut it out onto the solid white background in the computer during the editing. So we can keep it as it is right now, but the only thing I see that disturbs me is that left side of the gap. The gap is overexposed right now. I see that the exposure warning is on and it shows me it's too bright, which means let's turn down the power for the left side flash, or as I'm looking at these lights right now, then I see that the right one is a bit more further away from the diffusion material than the left one, which means I don't have to turn down the power. I will just move it further away as well, and then I should get even perfect results. Let's try it out. Yep. All right, and then I will just go here. And let's take another one just to see, did it affect? Yes, it did. So that's it. That's the image I need for my kind of a main composition. Usually I don't do anything else in here because I have this beautiful glow inside the bottle. I have clean edges of the bottle and also the gap is looking very good. But the only thing that I'm worried about in here is sometimes the label. Right now I see that this label is just a bit too bright, and maybe we should turn down the side lights in order to capture more detail from the label, because right now I think it is getting too gray and it's not looking that good. Let's try it out. Let's just take a little bit off from the side lights. And let's take another shot. And what happens is it will get a bit more contrasty, as you see. Here the edges are just a bit too bright and it is starting to lose all the detail. But on the new image I see all the details and the pattern, everything on the label. So that's good to go. And I think if we take now this image and the previous one, then I have everything I need to start editing. So the process for editing already starts here. During the shoot, I already select or make my selection of images that I want to use for editing. So it means I want to take this label and then I set the rating for this file. I will add 1 star to this one, and then I wanted to have this brighter version like this one, and I add a rating also to this file. So if I later on open up these files in the computer, then usually I take so many different images of one product that in otherwise I wouldn't really remember, or I guess I don't remember what images I wanted to use for the final editing. So just to make sure that I know later on what images or what files can I use to edit, I always make my selection during the photo shoot. Right now we have selected these 2 files and that's all we need. So that's it. That's all we need, easy as that. Just white wine on the white background. I only need 2 files, one for the label and one for the bottle, and I believe that I get quite good results with these 2 files. So let's move to the computer and start editing.